here.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are back at the Watkins Glen International to continue Lake Effect Ice Cream Super Weekend. It is now time for the Friday slate of events. We have ourselves the Craftsman Throwback Series, and then, less than an hour, the first race in the duel at the Glen for the Haas IndyCar Series. But right now, our focus is on the Craftsman Throwback Series, and while I've mentioned many times before, in probably later races that you'll see that this is going to be the finale, in races before this I say this isn't going to be the finale. And it's because the races you guys saw before this one, I did after the races you guys are going to see later on in the weekend. What's going to happen is we're going to shorten the season once again, unfortunately, but to 8 races this time, kind of have an official championship and, you know, have enough room for these guys to actually, you know, make some moves towards the championship push and have a good fight in the championship here in the Craftsman Throwback Series. So 8 races total in the season, which means this is the beginning of the second half of the season. So things are going to get kind of interesting here in the Craftsman Throwback Series, and not much time until we crown a champion here for 2019. This Saturday lineup in the championship standings coming into this race after Atlanta 2 weeks ago. Nathan Stapleton is the points leader, 114 points towards the championship. Jesse Turner, who won at Michigan, is only 4 points behind. Julius Anderson, 15 points behind, along with Dan Park. And then Trey Bartow, 22 points behind, coming into the Glen 150 from Watkins Glen. 10 laps here for the Craftsman Throwback Series. So one of the shorter races of the weekend. To put it into perspective, the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race tomorrow is going to be 15 laps. But this race here, only 10 laps long. Probably the shortest race of the season. Yeah, shortest race of the season for these guys in the Craftsman Throwback Series. But it's going to be a fun one. And we have Gatlin Downey starting on the pole position alongside Adam Lewis. Both of these drivers are going to get one of their first few wins of their careers. They start on the front row. You got Jesse Turner going for his second win of the season and his 18th career Napa Fan win. He's alongside Shane Lake in the number 25. Nicholas Samadio in the number 7. He's alongside Jonathan Raines in the number 26. And then we have ourselves John Arndt in the number 60, starting right there on the inside lane in 7th. He's alongside the number 48 of Derek Hamill. We have one of either, oh no, actually we have the number 90, I should say, of Landon Lyons. He's alongside Johnny Gardner in the number 2 machine. And that is the top 10 starting positions here for the Glen 150. There is the 18 of Nick Smith alongside Christopher Alphaby. Marty Johnson's back in here alongside Carter Friesen. Carter Friesen almost won at Michigan 3 weeks ago. And then our last winner here in the Craftsman Throwback Series, Ian Adams, right there in the middle of the field. Not exactly where you want to start on a road course. It's going to be very difficult to work your way from the back to the front here. But either way, it's going to still be a great race. We've seen a lot of great ones so far. I had a great Rockstar Pro Series race yesterday. They were side by side at the line in that one between the number 0 of Zachary DeLello and the number 7 of Cameron Dodge. A great race we had yesterday. Hoping for more of the same here today. It's going to be an interesting one here. And even more interesting considering there's only 4 races left in the season. That will definitely spike a cause for concern of some of these guys who want to win this championship, especially guys like Nathan Stapleton, our points leader, deep in the field starting for this race. More likely than not, he's not going to get a good points out of that, but you never know what can happen in one of these races. He could find his way inside the top 10. Either way, pace car's going to pull off. And we're ready for the Friday slate of races from Watkins Glen. Green flag in the air in the Glen 170. And a wreck on the start. Somebody's around. That is the number 10 of Thomas Troxel. Thomas Troxel going around there on the start of the race. Gatlin Downey pulling out to the race lead in the number 66. So from the pole position, Downey able to get the advantage. Turner's going to fall to the 4th position there. Shane Lake in the 3rd position, and then Jonathan Raines rounding out the top 5. They single file out at the top 10 starting positions. And you see there, Stapleton was able to survive whatever happened there on the start of the race, but it looks like Austin Johnson and the number 10 of Thomas Troxel got into something. And for the race lead already, Adam Lewis on the inside. It's now going to be the outside as they head into turn number 6. This is a treacherous corner entering the booth. Sometimes they go a little wide through here. Adam Lewis is going to remain on the inside lane. And with the high downforce of these trucks around this high-speed road course, I would expect these guys to stay right on each other throughout the entire race. So we are in store for a great Craftsman Throwback Series event. Side by side for the race lead on lap 1 of 10 here in the Glen 170. Remember, if you lead the most laps, you get a bonus point. If you lead a lap, you get a bonus point towards the championship. And with only 4 races remaining in the season, each point's going to mean everything, especially for this guy who's going for the points lead. Jesse Turner in the number 99. Versus Stapleton starting so far back in this one. Turner has a very good chance at possibly taking the points lead away with where he is currently running. Gotta watch out for turn 11. Those guys tend to overshoot it just a little bit, and Gatlin Downey did just that. That's gonna slow up Shane Lake, and Jesse Turner's gonna drive right by for second. And in the wall again, Casey Russell and Igar Barreto in the inside wall back in there. Remember, since we're on a road course, we do not have any cautions or any pit stops for the matter in this race. And Igar Barreto spinning around there, and it looks like Austin Johnson's got a bigger issue than what happened to him earlier. But now, Adam Lewis leading the field, with Jesse Turner, Gatlin Downey, Jonathan Rains, and Shane Lake, the top 5. Jonathan Rains is doing a great job moving his way through the field in the number 26. Almost said 25. You know, lately I haven't been able to get anything straight. I've had too many races to do for this weekend, and I've not been doing a good job, and I'm very sorry about that. But Jonathan Rains isn't too sorry. He's going to go right around Gatlin Downey for 3rd. And with the damage Downey has to the left side of his race car, it's no surprise he's getting passed left and right now. Shane Lake now looking to gain a position. He actually got held up by Gatlin Downey as he hit the outside wall on that last lap. And because of that, he lost the position to Jesse Turner. Turner ended up gaining 2 positions because of that mistake out of Gatlin Downey. And Jesse Turner going for his 2nd win of the season. I haven't seen dominance out of Turner like this since the old Chick-fil-A Cup Series days back in 2015. It's awesome to see that out of the first ever Napa fan winner, looking to grab his 18th career Napa fan win here at Watkins Glen. Funny fact, or should I say just fun fact, not really funny. Last time the Throwback Series race back in 2017, we ran the short course here at Watkins Glen, and Jesse Turner went to victory lane in that one. So watch out for Turner. He knows his way around his home racetrack, of course. Oh, we got more issues back in there, and in the wall goes Dan Park, our Charlotte winner. Looks like we had another issue with Sebastian Kukulon in the number 17. Igar Barreto, of course, at the end of the field, he wrecked that last lap, and Kukulon with an issue. A tough break for him. Austin Johnson got back out there in the number 50. It looks like he's regained his momentum. And it's the same top 5. Actually, the top 5 have pulled away from now 6th place Derek Hamill, Nicholas Samidio in 7th, Johnny Gardner, John Arndt, and the number 90 of Landon Lyons. John Arndt in the number 60, looking for win number 20 of his career. An opportunity for him here in the Throwback Series that Garrett Senor does not have. Senor's only in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series this year, so with that, it's going to make it a little bit easier for John Arndt to reach the number 20 mark a lot quicker. And the thing is, for Garrett Senor, he's been stuck at 19 for almost 2 years now. Just wondering if he will ever get another race victory on Napa Fan. Another guy who could put his name into that battle here very soon is Jesse Turner. Of course, the guy who's 3rd on the all-time wins list is Caleb Hoffman. Hoffman's retired, but Turner's going for win number 18 here today. If he were to get it and possibly win on Saturday, he would become the first ever driver. Well, actually, excuse me, he would tie with John Arndt and Garrett Senor. Getting ahead of myself right there. He would go to 19 wins if he gets 2 more. He's going for win number 18 here today. He's going for the race lead to the inside of Adam Lewis. And side by side for the race lead as they come across the line. That's a bonus point for Jesse Turner in the number 99. And he might bring Jonathan Rains with him in the number 26. Will he get the run on the inside? Adam Lewis going to get the run up top. And we got Kukulon coming off the pit lane. We'll have to see if that affects anything. Turner unable to make the pass on Adam Lewis. That was close right there. Turner almost had it on number 75. Couldn't get there. And Edgar Barreto is just practically stopped on the racetrack. Austin Johnson with issues. Of course, Thomas Troxel with issues. And then Sebastian Kukulon, our race leader, is coming up on him. Are we going to go 3 wide? No! Jonathan Rains with the move to the inside. And Turner getting stuck behind the number 17 of Sebastian Kukulon. He's going to fall back to 4th if he's not careful. He's going to have the inside, however, on Shane Lake. And Adam Lewis is going to able to stay out front. He's going to be able to stay out front in the number 75. You know, another thing that's really frustrating me right now is my keyboard is not reacting the way it should be, and that's making it very difficult to move around on the camera angles. But Turner falling back to 3rd. Jonathan Rains up to the 2nd position. You gotta watch out for Jonathan Rains here today at Watkins Glen. He's gonna have a good chance of this race victory, but Adam Lewis is the guy to beat. As we've already seen, he has led all but 1 lap so far. Of course, we've only had 3 laps in the race up to this point. But he's definitely got a fast race truck. He was able to keep Turner behind him, but Jonathan Rains might get a run on the outside just like Turner did the last lap. Not going to happen right yet for Jonathan Rains. So Adam Lewis will remain out front. You got to watch out for this final corner, though. Turn number 11 is a very treacherous corner. Even if they're single file, they can tend to overshoot the corner. Derek Hamill did just that, and Johnny Gardner's going to get around him. It's a mess back in there, a hornet's nest. From about 8th on back, you got Landon Lyons getting swallowed up by Nicholas Samadio and John Arndt. Samadio on the outside of Landon Lyons, inside the top 10 right there for those drivers. It does not appear that we've had any more issues out there. Noah Clifton, however, is back in there, and actually might have been the guy who was on the pit lane, number 41. And the 43, of course, Casey Russell, with all the damage he had last lap around. The number 41 machine of Keyshawn Richardson also with trouble. Nathan Stapleton, the last guy on the racetrack who hasn't had trouble yet. He's 28th, but everyone from 29th on down has had some sort of issue in this race. One of the, oh, that could be an issue if he doesn't get back around here. Casey Russell in the 43 with some trouble right there. But definitely one of the wilder races we've had so far. A lot of wrecks going on here, and we tend to not see that too much at Watkins Glen anymore. Of course, the couple of races we had yesterday, I don't think we had even 1 wreck in either of those races. So these guys have done a good job over the course of the whole weekend up to this point, but this race has been a bit of a different story. A lot of guys overshooting turn 11 there. And we'll have to see if that affects who wins the race. I'm telling you, Adam Lewis is unable to pull away in this truck. The number 26 looking to the outside. Jonathan Rains trying to make the move as they come to halfway in the Glen 170. Jonathan Rains is all over the back bumper of Adam Lewis here at Watkins Glen. But one guy who I know really wants to get this race victory is Jesse Turner. And he wants that 26 to move to the inside of Adam Lewis. He wants those guys to get side by side entering turn number 1. Lewis able to lead the lap. They are going to be side by side entering turn number 1, and that might gain a position for Turner. Adam Lewis able to get the run up top, trying to keep Jonathan Rains behind him. Jesse Turner is going to get swallowed up right here. Shane Lake to the inside of him. And Jonathan Rains unable to hold on to the race lead ahead of Adam Lewis. Lewis remaining out front in the number 75. And with that, Turner's fallen back just a little bit, actually. Did not get through the S's very well at all. And now Shane Lake's all over the back bumper of the 99. But Turner's going to block the move. Here comes Jonathan Rains looking to the inside for the race lead once again. Unable to get it on the 75. But Jonathan Rains has been right behind that 75 pretty much past 3 laps here, and just don't know if he's going to be able to hold Jonathan Rains off there, Adam Lewis. Now my keyboard isn't even working. There's Austin Johnson at the end. I don't know what's going on, but this is making my life very frustrating right now, and that's why I'm so frazzled, because the keyboard isn't working. And I need the keyboard to change between drivers. We're stuck on Jonathan Rains right now, the number 26, trying to make the move on Adam Lewis. Can't quite do it yet. Lewis is remaining out front. Jesse Turner under fire from Shane Lake. Shane Lake might make a move to the inside. Unable to do it right there, but Turner's going to get put in the outside wall, and for the race lead, Jonathan Rains on Adam Lewis. He got to the inside. He's going to lead that lap right there. Turner falls back to 4th. As Shane Lake remains now in the 3rd position, I should say. He moved up a position as he got around Turner, so 2 passes right there through 1 corner. Jonathan Rains leading the field in the number 26 machine. Adam Lewis, Shane Lake, Jesse Turner, Johnny Gardner rounding out the top 5. It's 4 laps to go at Watkins Glen in the Glen 170. Our 3rd different leader of the race. It's Jonathan Rains in the number 26. Now, the good thing for Turner is he'll probably leave this race the points leader, but he's going to lose another position here. He's got a lot of damage as he hit the outside wall off of turn 11. Johnny Gardner's going to get to the inside and take the 4th position away, and now our pole sitter, Gatlin Downey. I actually kind of forgot he was a pole sitter in this race. He fell back earlier on there, and he's right behind this side-by-side battle for 4th. Lots of great battles inside the top 6 for this race. Jesse Turner getting in, the Johnny Gardner entering the corner, and now Gatlin Downey moving to the inside for 5th. It's not going in Turner's favor right now, trying to hold on for this championship. He's going to hang on right here on the outside, see what he can do on Gatlin Downey. I still can't move the keys anymore. I don't get it. What's going on? Number 99 of Jesse Turner still side by side with number 66 of Gatlin Downey. Back to the race lead, Adam Lewis trying to get that outside on Jonathan Rains, trying to make him do a mistake through turn number 11. Jonathan Rains on the outside. He is way up high and in the outside wall. And Adam Lewis is going to lead lap number 7. That could be the finish of the race if these guys are not careful. It's a great move there by the number 75, but that's going to put Shane Lake in this race lead battle. Turner definitely is slow. You can tell he has fallen off quite a bit since earlier on. He led a lap at one point in this race, and now he is down to the 6th position. Under fire from Derek Hamill, Landon Lyons, and Christopher Alphaby, with Nicholas Amadeo rounding out the top 10. Take a look and see where Stapleton is in the number 62. I don't even see him on the racetrack anymore. I don't know what happened to him. Well, he's still on the racetrack. I'm an idiot. I can't seem to find him. This race has really gone very well. There's a reason why this series is getting shortened. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about anybody watching my mistakes here. I don't see Stapleton anywhere on the racetrack. Only unless I'm missing him somewhere. He's nowhere to be found. So Stapleton, our points leader, must have had an issue and must be out of the race. Yeah, he's 33rd right now, listed 33rd. These guys are really overshooting the corner. We're not going to review any of the wrecks in this race. There's no point in doing that since nobody watches. I don't have the time to do that. But we're still doing the race here. We're going to have a great one to see who gets it done here in the Glen 170. Jonathan Rains trying to get to the outside of Adam Lewis. And Shane Lake hoping these two make a mistake. Jonathan Rains might force Lewis into another mistake here. Lewis is going to shoot up wide again. He's in the outside wall. And now Jonathan Rains to the inside. Oh boy, Adam Lewis led that lap. And now Johnny Gardner's trying to get on Shane Lake. They're still side by side with 2 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Jonathan Rains has only been able to lead 1 lap so far, but he wants to lead 2, or maybe 3, with the last lap being his as well. Turner's still in the 6th position, but Derek Hamill might get around him in the number 48 here very soon. Gatlin Downey's kind of fallen off a little bit, and it looks like the top 4 are the guys to watch for here at Watkins Glen. There goes Jonathan Rains entering the carousel. The number 26 with the advantage on the 75. And Shane Lake trying to make a move on Adam Lewis as well. We'll have to see if he can make the move on the 75 machine, but they're still side by side for the race lead. That's really good news for Shane Lake if he wants his first career Napa Fan win. And he might get it. He's going to get a run here on one of these guys. Still side by side here at Watkins Glen between Adam Lewis and Jonathan Rains. And we'll have to see which one of these drivers gets the race victory, if either of them. But Rains is going to clear as they're coming to the white flag here in the Glen 170 at Watkins Glen. And don't count out Johnny Gardner either. Look at these guys. The top four all on each other here as they come to the white flag. Shane Lake trying to force Adam Lewis into a mistake. Lewis with the outside. And I've been noticing the leaders have really been going low off of turn 9 each and every lap. And I think that's what's causing them to overshoot turn 11. Jonathan Rains trying to hold on. He's not going to overshoot the corner. White flag in the air for Jonathan Rains in the Glen 170. Who's going to win the 5th race of the season? Somebody around. Riley Sampson back in there. A little bit of a clog up off of turn number 11. No worries there for the race leaders. Shane Lake on the outside of Gatlin, or should I say, Johnny Gardner, Gatlin, Downey behind those guys in the 5th position. And Shane Lake lost a little bit of ground there to Adam Lewis and Jonathan Rains. We'll have to see if that's going to affect his chances. Rains able to pull away enough from Adam Lewis. We'll have to see if he can get the race victory. They're closing in here on Austin Johnson. I don't know if they're going to run into him before the end of the race or if they're going to be able to race this thing out to the finish without any issue. They seem to be a little bit calmer right now. I think Adam Lewis is trying to set up a pass, trying to get that outside lane to work through turn number 9. And if he can do that, get the run, entering turn 10, he might be able to put Rains on the outside through turn 11. That's the best way to make a pass at this point here in the Craftsman Throwback Series at Watkins Glen. I think Shane Lake is just too far behind. But Adam Lewis is still going to have a chance. He's led the most laps here today. Going to get an extra bonus point towards the championship for that. Jonathan Rains holding on. But Adam Lewis is right on his back bumper. Adam Lewis has done a great job all day. Led all but 3 laps up to this point. But will he lead the most important lap? He's got the run to the outside. Rains went low off of turn 9. Lewis trying to get that outside lane to work. Will he get to the inside of Jonathan Rains? He's going to try. Will Rains overshoot the corner? Yes, he will. Here comes Adam Lewis. Will he have enough at the line? No, he won't. Jonathan Rains will win the Glen 170 here in the Craftsman Throwback Series at Watkins Glen. How about that? He did not overshoot the corner, and that's what gave him the race victory. Adam Lewis almost had it on the inside, but could not do it in 2 side-by-side finishes in a row here at Watkins Glen during the Like Effect Ice Cream Super Weekend. And Turner fell outside the top 10 there. He really was struggling in that one. I fall back to the 11th position, but he should end up being the new points leader here in the Craftsman Throwback Series with 3 races remaining in the season. But Jonathan Rains giving us a thriller here at the Watkins Glen International. And the racing will continue later on today. Just think about how the IndyCars are going to go here. They're going to be going much faster than these guys as well. That is how they finish here at Watkins Glen. Jonathan Rains gets the victory. Adam Lewis, Shane Lake, Gatlin Downey, and Johnny Gardner, the top 5. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And Nathan Stapleton, our points leader, wrecked out of the race, finishing 36th. That is not at all what Stapleton needed in this championship, and that's going to give Jesse Turner the points lead, even though Turner struggled in this race near the end. He was battling for the lead at one point, fell all the way back to 11th. But regardless, he's still going to have the points lead with 3 races remaining, and those 3 races are going to be Bristol, Talladega, and Darlington. With Bristol being the next race 2 weeks from now, Talladega being 3 weeks from now, and Darlington 4 weeks from now here on Napa Fan. It's going to be fun to see who wins the championship here in the Craftsman Throwback Series. Hopefully by the time we get the next race rolling, I'll have my keyboard fixed and we won't have these issues with the keyboard not responding. And that's why I was so frazzled in this race, because the darn thing wouldn't work. Welcome to my world, guys. Welcome to my world. Jonathan Rains, the race winner here. Watkins Glen in less than an hour. It's the duel at the Glen here at Watkins Glen in the Haas IndyCar Series. Race number 1 tonight, and then race number 2 tomorrow morning at 11. It's going to be a blast, and we got a really good championship battle brewing over there in the Haas IndyCar Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Jonathan Rains, and here are the championship standings in the Craftsman Throwback Series with 3 races remaining. I will see you guys later.